Please sign right here. Let me take a picture of you with the box.
A picture? Why?
It's part of the protocol.
Oh, okay.
I don't need to remind you how sensitive the material is.
I know. Thanks.
Good. Take care.
Russell, did you receive it?
It just arrived.
Good. Listen, priority is to find the real cause of death. Early reports indicate suicide, a drug overdose, but I don't buy it. It doesn't make sense. She was too important and the timing was odd.
She was a lawyer at GoAT, right?
More like the vice president.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So now you see how deeply in trouble you'd be if anything leaks out.
You're putting me in a tough spot here, Tom.
Not if you're careful, Russell. Just make sure nothing leaks out.
Why not wait for the full autopsy? Why do you need me?
We need to move faster, and if there's something bigger going on, we need to investigate it. This is a one-time chance to catch them. GoAT has been dodging us for way too long.
So you want me to spy on them through her memories?
No, I just want you to find out how she died, which is legal. But if I'm right, it will take us somewhere nasty. I know there's something off. We just need to find out what.
All right. I'll do what I can.
Good. Remember, it's because of these people we're here in the first place.
Well, we don't know anything yet.
We will, Russell. I've been in this for too long to know it's not just suicide. You'll see. So, I've given you access to her apartment on Stratford Avenue. They're about to wrap it up over there, but Detective Stan Becker's waiting for you. He knows you're coming. If you want to investigate the real place, you should head out there now.
All right. I'll check it out.
Okay then, I'll leave you to it. Don't keep Stan waiting, and keep me posted on anything you find.
Sure. See ya. This'll take a while. I should visit her apartment while the memory gets ready. I've got nothing to put in there. I shouldn't keep that detective waiting.
We're so close. Scanning and reconstructing in real time. The final problem is head movement. Everything's too invasive.
My little project has come a long way. This'll take a while. I should visit her apartment while the memory gets ready.
Hey, Russell, right?
Tom said you'd come. Feel free to take a look around, but don't touch anything. And let me know if you have any questions.
The great shaman Po, master of mirrors, has passed away on his 100th birthday, dated July 12th. Quite a view.
Go AT's Indie Tech Magazine, a hub for independent tech to show off their work. Translation, a hub to check for new tech and ideas and absorb them before they grow. At least that's always been the trend with these companies.
Yeah?
Do you have any theories about what happened?
It's a little early yet, but everything points to suicide. There are lots of loose ends as to why, especially considering who she was. Her laptop, for example, is gone. We haven't been able to find it, so who knows how deep that thing goes. Even so, I don't think there's a possibility someone sneaked in and forced her to take some pills somehow. But don't take my word for it. We don't even have the full autopsy report yet.
Who found her?
Didn't you get the report? It was her husband.
What time did he find her?
The morning after, and called right away. The security cameras corroborate the time he arrived, so we don't have any reason to suspect him.
Do you know anything else about him?
His name is Alex. Pretty average guy. Fitness trainer. The victim had kicked him out a few months ago. They were about to get a divorce. He came by to pick up some stuff he'd left here.
Could he have been angry about the divorce?
Yeah. But as I said, she'd been dead for at least 6 hours before he got here. So if somehow he forced her to take an overdose over the phone, then yeah, he could have done it.
Did she leave any children or family?
No children, no brothers or sisters, foreign parents that she didn't see much. For now, that's all I know. And a husband. Pretty regular corporate profile, if you ask me.
Thanks.
No problem.
It's getting late. Looks like where the body was. G-Zac sleeping pills. You need a prescription for these. Alex's clothes, probably. I wonder what's in those boxes. I wonder what's in those boxes. I wonder... Looks like an expensive... Broken. Bloody footprints. She probably stepped on the broken shards. Vomit. Another broken mirror. I don't think it's a coincidence. Probably the things Alex came to pick up when he found her. Upload is ready. Upload is ready. Upload is ready. Upload is ready. I've got nothing to put in there. Development logs of patch 1.2. Probably the... Okay. So, reason to celebrate. We can now make an objective reconstruction.
So, it worked.
My original approach didn't, but the machine learning approach did.
These are your memories you're using, right?
Yeah, for now.
Cool.
So what I did is to isolate a memory of a specific place, and then made the machine compare it with real footage of that same place, taken exactly at the same moment that the memory was made. So instead of trying to find out how to filter a memory out of its subjective experience, I just let the machine attempt it through trial and error. It basically iterates reconstructions of my memory by randomly filtering unclassified data. And the random reconstructions that match the footage the most get selected, and a new round of random reconstructions begin. Eventually, the filtering is narrowed down to data that is more and more reduced in size. And after a while, the solution is basically the same as the footage, just more glitchy and blurry.
And did you test it with different types of memories?
Nothing too extreme in terms of emotional distress yet. Okay, so reason to celebrate. We can now... Evie, ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. Please operate on patch 1.2 and scan for the latest memory you can find, ideally just before her death.
Understood.
So this is when she died. Reconstructing glass from memories. I don't think we'll ever get it right. Interesting glitch on the clock. Lots of missing information here, Evie. This doesn't seem to be the right moment.
Yes. I wasn't able to pinpoint any further coordinates. Objective data is incomplete.
Reasons?
High emotional state.
She might have known she was going to die. Is there enough data to reconstruct a subjective state of the memory?
Yes.
Good. I'll enter the subjective state and see what I can find.
Subjective reconstruction was successful, but I couldn't interpret all data.
It's fine, Evie. Subjective interpretation is tough for any AI, even a special one like you. That ladder goes down to the first floor. Could this be her as a child? In the objective, adult version of her isn't represented. Only her shadow. Evie, there seems to be a bugged reconstruction here. No way to fix it, right?
There is incomplete data linked to this coordinate. Shouldn't be too far.
I need to find the data to reconstruct this. The data is linked to this spot.
It belongs somewhere in the memory, but I cannot interpret it. I need to know what it is and where it belongs.
All right, I'll study it and put it in the right place. Evie, do a match with clock data at this spot. A picture of a dog following her? Her laptop. If it's in the objective state as well, then somebody did take it. Maybe this is the right moment. So the laptop was here. She even took the time to write something. A few words, not enough to make sense though.
Future. I'm writing nowhere. Stake. Call me. Day. Hands. Everyone. Always wanting. But I see someone. Future. I'm writing. Call me. Hands.
Nobody here.
Always wanting. But I see
Nobody here.
someone.
Glass always gives Evie trouble.
I'm writing stake. Call me. Day. Hands. Everyone. Always wanting. But I see someone.
Her laptop. If it's in the objective state as well, then somebody did take it. A spider web. No way out. A spider web. No way out. The water is running. No mirror. Glass always gives Evie trouble.
Processing. I can't interpret the new raw data, but the spikes in the readings suggest something being broken on the second floor. Also, the noise in other sections could represent running water. Reminder. At your discretion, I can momentarily free memory and processing power to deliver more accurate feedback. Processing. I can't interpret the new raw data, but the spikes in the readings suggest something being broken on the second floor. Also, the noise in other sections could represent running water.
Seems close. Maybe in the objective state. Nobody here. Seems close. Maybe in the objective state. 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 The water is running. Seems close. Maybe in the objective state.
Evie, do a match right here with a mirror being violently broken.
The water is running. The water is running. The water is running. What is this hand doing here? You were right, Tom. She wasn't alone. Should be good enough evidence to keep him satisfied for now.
Should I shut down the simulation?
Please, go ahead.
Understood. Shutting down in 3, 2, 1.
Upload is ready. Upload is ready.
Hey, Russell, any good news?
It wasn't a clear reconstruction, but I managed to get some objective evidence. There was a clear hand next to her, just when she was lying on her bed, and the pills were all over the floor. So it seems you may be right. There was definitely somebody with her.
A hand. That's all you could find.
Well, Tom, I'm just getting started. Her last memories are fuzzy, and that's probably because of the psychological stress she was under. The fact that she wasn't alone is a good start.
Yeah, good to know. But we need to know who it was so we can do something about it.
I'll keep looking, Tom. Let's just hope the rest of the memories are in better shape.
I hope so. Did you find anything else?
I saw her laptop. I could hear her typing something. You guys didn't find it at the crime scene, did you?
Somebody did take it. But whoever did is a ghost. We saw the security cameras. There was no one. All right, this is getting interesting. What else did you see?
I saw a lot of other things. I just need to understand her unconscious better.
It's fine, Russell. Just keep looking, but I need something else from you. We need to get into her private email. The password. We were able to hack the words, but there are 3 numbers at the start that we don't know. We have only a few shots at this. so that's why I need you.
Her password? That might be interesting to find.
Hey, I'm liking this attitude. I was expecting some moral and legal sermon.
Well, it's not like I'm not worried. The new regulations are like stepping on glass.
Don't be. You're doing what's legally right. Just send us a nice and clean scan and inspection report as required, and there will be no issues.
I'll do what I can.
Good. We're counting on you. The password ends with Namas. N-A-M-A-H-S. But it's preceded by 3 numbers. We have 3 to 4 tries with this password at most. So when you have something, call me.
I will. See you, Tom.
Bye, Russell.
Okay, Evie. We need to find that password. But most importantly, how and why she died. If you can isolate memories or dreams that may have a connection with the password, or emotional patterns similar to those of her death.
A deep search is needed to find such patterns. It will take time.
Yeah, I know. I could use some rest anyway.
Understood. Search will run overnight.
Optimize the processes as much as you can. Good night, Evie.
Thank you. Good night.
Home sweet home. There's never enough time. Sometimes the best work happens at home. Carl. So what do I owe this surprise?
Russell, how are you?
No complaints. How about you?
All good, thank you.
Happy to hear that.
Hey, I sent you an email.
Okay.
Yeah, and for some reason I felt like I should call you. It's nothing serious, just wanted to call you personally and tell you that, well, you know, wanted to say that regardless of our professional differences, I'm still here, if you need me. I know you know that, but I felt like I wanted to make it clear.
There's no need, Carl. I know we're good, and it's never been personal, you know that.
I know. I just wanted to make sure you knew where I stand. How are things with the TSB, by the way?
Stable, but they gave me this new case, and they don't seem very eager to respect their own laws.
Another murder?
Yes, high-profile one. Go AT, no less.
Damn it. Wait, can you even tell me this?
You're under the same contract as I am, Carl.
I wonder if it will ever end. I should probably notify them.
Yeah, you should, before they jump to conclusions.
You're absolutely right.
And how are you doing?
Lots of change. House, work, people. Even this number will have to go.
How secretive.
Nah, it's just a renewal. I won't lie that it feels good to have just a little bit more funding, though. You should try it one day.
I bet it does. But you know...
You gotta finish your work. I know. Anyway, Russell, I'm glad to hear that you're okay. Let's be in touch, alright? And make sure to check that email I sent you.
Sure, I'll read it.
Good. Bye, my friend. Be safe.
You too, Carl. Take care. It started updating on its own, stuck at 99.9%. Why am I not surprised? We're just about to turn the corner. We just need one final push.
But does that ever end?
I'm preparing my final work. The human experience. It's a framework for the future.
All very useful. Very down to earth.
Well, technology has changed the world many times for good or bad. But you could say that we have adapted in a way. But can we adapt forever? Take the internet, for example. A great invention, even though it's presented some serious challenges to society. We're still alive. Now imagine if something as world-changing as the internet happened every year. Then add anti-aging technology to the mix, or technology to improve our brains. Maybe add general AI all in that same year. And perhaps a new type of bomb. Can we catch up and adapt fast enough? Or will we lose control and leave it all to chance? Or to a group of companies? Or maybe we'll create too much control and leave our fate in the hands of a few politicians.
That's down to earth, I'd say. What do you think? So what are our options?
I think the scary thing is not knowing. We have to imagine that there's a powerful creature in front of us being fed by our creativity. It's not good, it's not evil. But once awakened, it'll change our civilization forever. We just have to be ready. That's why we need to create a solid ethical framework for the things we want to protect, so the fabric of society doesn't break.
Naive.
Okay, about one particular scary technology. Now that we have such advanced brain scanning tech, do you have any hopes of outlasting your body? Or do the possibilities of that make you even more worried?
I'll do everything I can to keep myself alive.
And what would you say is your biggest drive in all of this? This independent quest?
I'm not sure. It's...
He wants everything.
But why are you still using that voice for Evie? There are so many good ones now.
The fewer layers, the better. We don't need the emotional layer in the voice, do we?
Why not? Wouldn't that make communication easier?
No, it wouldn't. We've talked about this, Joshua. Getting things done between humans and understanding each other is hard enough already. Give me one good reason why I should add that to an AI assistant. What I need is her data expressed as rationally and plain as possible. Like an equation. This fantasy of human-like voices is just as stupid as it is dangerous.
All right, jeez. Maybe you should add the emotion to yourself.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Shit. Fuck.
I haven't slept well lately. Carl's email, and of course a podcast is included.
You know what? I would never have thought that. It's amazing. It really is. I mean, your parents must be very proud. Congratulations to all of you.
Thanks, Phyllis.
Coming back to your work, you've been there from the beginning, am I right?
Yes, we were less than... 15 people, I think. It was like 30 years ago, a few months after the company started.
And now you're head of technology.
That's right.
Amazing. So, before I ask you how smart you gotta be to do that, tell me, how did you guys move from being a small web research company with almost no investment into a company that leads on AI and pretty much every other technology for
After
that
her
matter?
mother died. We haven't been very close.
That's a big question.
She blames me
But
for not being
from a
close enough, I
motivation
think.
perspective, what drove the
being too
evolution of
focused
the
on my
company?
work.
Was there a master plan from the beginning?
Especially during
Did
my
you
wife's
think you would
last days.
expand to so many areas of tech?
Well, there are so many factors together. I mean, there's market share, emerging technologies, how what we already do can adapt to other markets, or let's say minimizing the risk expanding. Of course, there was also the huge success we had at the beginning. That led us to decide pretty much where we wanted to go. But a master plan from the beginning, I don't think so.
But there is one now.
Well, you know, despite of what all the conspiracy memes tell you, there isn't. Just our strong core values.
Yeah, helping humanity with technology, being the good guys, yada yada.
Well, yeah, that's what we do. Yes.
I just remembered a picture I saw like 30 years ago, showing Bill Gates' head next to an alien skeleton. The magazine found all these similarities and urged you not to use Windows.
Well, I've seen thousands of those, and they won't go away. It's funny that despite all the good a company can do, how transparent it is. You just can't erase that.
Laura's
It's just part
backpack.
of who we are.
She's had it since high school.
But this leads us to one of the topics that has us here, right?
I'll
Not
consider
everybody
it.
thinks you are on the right
A
track,
note from Laura.
especially with the AI department. And we're not talking about your traditional
I'm not happy I
conspiracy
was
theory.
right.
Yes.
And some of them
I'm
are
not happy I was
influential,
right.
well-respected people. I'm sure many know who I'm talking about. But yesterday, a letter appeared on the web, and it did cause a lot of noise. For the people hearing this now
Sometimes
that
the best
don't
work
know about
happens
it,
at
it was
home.
from Mr. Carl
I think I recognize at this hour.
Psychiatrist and scientist. This letter criticized GoAT's latest announcement, which did in fact make the world very, very happy and excited.
Not him, clearly.
Not him. Well, he criticized it for completely missing what's essential and saying it could lead to the worst step in our evolution ever taken.
Yeah, well...
And give me a second.
What is this
And he
place?
says a
What have
number
you
of
gotten me
reasons why
into,
this
Tom?
shouldn't be accepted by governments, and goes on explaining in a very, if I may say, and this is only my opinion, in a very sort of poetic but cryptic way.
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't know where...
Upload is ready. Hi, Evie. Before asking about the overnight scan, I need to get a letter scanned. Anything you can find on it is useful.
Understood. Please leave it in the scanning hardware, and I'll do my best. Awaiting letter input. Awaiting letter input. Awaiting letter input.
My little project. It's come. There's been a lot of shutdowns lately, and this building's electrical grid is just as old. So I got a backup. Okay, here it is. Please see if you can match that picture with anything. It's urgent.
Understood.
And if there are any fingerprints or any other clues you can extract.
I'll start with the picture. I have hardware limitations for most other tasks.
Yeah, I know. I'll build a decent scanner soon. Meanwhile, I'm sure my little project can be of some use.
I will try.
That's all I ask. So, anything interesting on the search last night?
I found 2 parts of her lifeline that may help you, but only one is fully reconstructed. This one is a childhood memory that seems to be connected not only to the password, but also to her adult life. The other one is a recurring dream that started about 1 month ago, virtually every night. I'll need to brute force my way to a reconstruction for this dream. I'll notify you when I have something that can be uploaded.
Interesting. Upload the childhood memory in the meantime, and keep working on that dream. Evie, please activate the control panel Carl was working on. It might be easier now that we have more than one memory available.
Understood. And letter scan is in process. Nothing found yet.
Thanks. Keep me posted.
Control panel 1.2 is activated.
I wonder what this represents. Evie, what song is this?
Searching. I can't find a match in online databases.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 1
Happy memories are always saved in a special way. A spoon with books. It doesn't like when I look at it. Another failed glass attempt, although now it reaches further into its surroundings. Someone unreadable and the magic mirror show. A time warp. The control is near the door. It doesn't like when I look at it. A time warp. The control is near the door. A time warp. The control is near the door. Homemade cookies. Could be a defense mechanism.
Most likely. In current patch, they are unfiltered by default.
Are they using my behavior?
Yes.
Good. This will give them a much broader expression range. Thanks for the warning, though. It seems to react to my behavior. It seems to react to my behavior. Happens only when I walk backwards. Someone's desperate to enter. Someone's desperate to enter. It seems slightly different than the last time I saw it. The path splits in two. I can't enter. It's like a black wall. Could this dog be subjective only as well? What are you looking at, Joanna? Another failed glass attempt, although now it reaches further into its surroundings.
Starting.
So this is what those asteroids were about. Her parents, most likely. I don't know what song this is. Another failed glass attempt, although now it reaches further into its surroundings. A spoon with books. Happy memories are always saved in a special way. A time warp. The control is near the door.
Starting.
Her own version of things. Such beautiful innocence. There's also that spoon again orbiting the sun. Interesting. I don't know what song this is. someone's desperate to enter. The path splits in two.
Processing. There is still much to explore in these new areas.
That behavior was extremely aggressive.
Yes.
I wonder what it's hiding. Joanna, is it you? Where are you going? Are you Joanna as well? Are you leaving the house? Seems like it's leaving the house from under the door. One of them should be the mother. So the dog is once again subjective. Evie, isn't this body a little blown out of proportion? For it being in the objective state, I mean.
There are no errors in the simulation.
Is it inside the scale error margin?
0.11% off, but valid thanks to accurate matches on its surroundings.
Okay. Still seems a bit too big. We'll have to review those algorithms soon.
Understood.
Upload is ready.
Russell?
About her password. Try. Three. 0. 9.
Okay, good. We'll try this out and I'll call you back. Thanks, Russell.
Nothing else to put in there for now. There's never enough time. I haven't slept well lately. Her own version of things. Such beautiful innocence. There's also that spoon again orbiting the sun. Interesting. Is that Joanna inside the frame? Is that Joanna inside the frame? You again. Are you watching TV? Interesting shapes.
Kids, dinner's ready. Kids, dinner's ready.
Microwave food.
Kids, dinner's ready. Kids, dinner's ready.
Evie, is there a reason the dog can enter there while I can't?
It wasn't resolved as a neutral space. The coordinates are only for the dog, which is a Class D entity.
Class D. Could it be made into an avatar?
Querying stability. Done. Mapping behavior. Done. Processing. Avatar transform awaiting input. Usability unpredictable.
Unreadable. Maybe in the objective state. A male body. Maybe her father? So the dog is once again subjective. Another child's room. The dog projects a child's shadow. Maybe it's not a dog after all.
The dog was also in her death memory, in the form of a picture.
Exactly. Could there be a sister or brother? I was told by that detective that she was an only child. We need to find out more about this room and this child. The dog projects a child's shadow. Maybe it's not a dog after all. We need to find out more about this room and this child. isn't a dog after all. We need to find out more about this room and this child. The dog projects a child's shadow. Maybe it's not a dog after all. We need to find out more about this room and this child. This seems like the shadow of the people that were at the start of the memory.
Processing. The readings of the data picked up in that room are interesting.
Interesting. How exactly?
Can't be interpreted, but there are possible descriptive words. Father, phone call, day, food. Also, it seems to be connected to the first objective event.
What are you looking at, Joanna? A time warp. The control is near the Evie. Fill in this time warp with this data from start to end. Huh. Ordering food, it seems. 922 Klimt Street. Chinner Bar. Interesting. I could check out the real place now.
Okay, how much? 20. Klimt Street, 922.
Upload is ready.
Laura?
Hey, Dad. Sorry for crashing by without telling you. My cell phone was dead.
Is everything all right?
Well, me and Chris had a fight, and I left him.
Oh. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. You were right, of course. I need to think things through first. Did you see my note?
Yes, I saw it.
Okay. I'm sorry, Dad. You were right. I hope you don't mind me staying a few days.
No worries. Stay as long as you need to. I'll pick up some food on my way home.
Thanks, Dad. Oh, I'll be going out with a friend tonight. I promise I won't wake you up. It's just that we haven't seen each other for a while, and I need someone to talk to. But we'll see each other tomorrow morning, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Great. Thanks, Dad. And I promise I won't be a nuisance.
It's okay, Laura.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, Laura.
Russell, you're a fucking genius, man. We got in.
Great. Find anything?
Yeah, but for now I just wanted to say that you're doing a good job. Stay tuned.
Okay. Thanks.
I'll call you later.
No defense mechanisms to worry about. Do not rent. So, she had a little sister. Martha, could she still be alive? Martha, it seems you were quite important in your sister's mind. What happened to you?
Russell?
anything about her parents? Or a second child named Martha?
Well, she was an only child, and I think the report said she didn't talk with her parents much. Also, they live overseas. How exactly are they important?
Well, her past seems to have affected her last days somehow. Not directly, but there seems to be a connection.
Russell, I need you to focus on who killed her. I know she must have been a very interesting person, with this and that childhood trauma that you're so eager to decipher. But we need to know her password, and who killed her. Concrete facts, Russell.
I know, but finding the connections will lead to the facts. Just tell me if you find anything interesting regarding the family.
And you tell me if you find anything interesting about her death.
Okay. Goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Russell.
Laura's an aspiring photographer. She told me she's got an exciting job, but didn't want to share much. I wonder what happened with all that. I haven't slept well lately. Upload is ready. Nothing else to put in there for now. Hi, Evie. Any news on the picture scan?
I can't find any patterns. I am limited by the hardware.
Yeah. Point taken.
However, I was able to reconstruct the recurring dream I mentioned before. It seems to have started about 30 days before her death, with strongly repeating patterns. It is available on the control panel.
Good. Thanks.
I am having trouble reconstructing time and perspective in this dream.
How bad is it?
I should be able to reconstruct all the events eventually, but their continuity and the different dream perspectives are impossible. Please expect a few errors in continuity and perspective.
Hey, thanks for meeting with me.
Of course. We're friends. You seem quite upset.
I was. Sorry about that. It's a long story.
It's okay. What is he wanted to show me?
%8 of dream reconstructed.
This dream reconstruction is really something special, Evie.
As it is a dream, there are no filters for physical accuracy. Therefore,
I know. It's easier to grasp the aesthetics of the imagination than the visual truth of memories.
precisely 16% of dream reconstructed.
Seems like a perspective error. It must match from somewhere. Seems like a perspective error. It must match from somewhere. Seems like a perspective error. It must match from somewhere. Seems like a perspective error. It must match from somewhere. Seems like a perspective error. It must match from somewhere. Seems like a perspective error. It must match from somewhere. Seems like a perspective error. It must match from somewhere. Seems like a perspective error. It must match from somewhere. Evie, try to reconstruct perspective from this angle at the current time of the
Listen,
dream.
I've been thinking a lot about the company and you leaving it.
Did something happen?
Well, no. Not yet, at least. Can you help me check on some files? It's not my area and I just want a second opinion.
I'm guessing it's classified. I'm still under your very unique contract, you know.
Yeah. I know it's a big ask.
20% of dream reconstructed.
Evie, please try to fix this perspective to the dream.
But tell me, didn't your team of lawyers give you a legal assessment?
They did, and we're good. This thing isn't even regulated.
So you're safe on the legal angle, but you're still worried and you're risking your job coming here. And the engineers, are they okay with it?
Yeah, but you know how much pressure they are under. I just want to be sure. I don't feel like turning a blind eye to this. It feels different this time.
27% of dream reconstructed.
Could that be Joanna and Martha?
Of dream reconstructed.
So that's the end of the dream. She seemed worried about something they were making. Hopefully there's more information around to get a clearer picture of what caused this dream in the first place. Could that be Joanna and Martha? Could that be Joanna and Martha? Could that be Joanna and Martha?
He's too young, too eager to prove himself.
All right. Let me take a look. But I'll tell you that the way you
wonder if
describe
there's
the
some
guy
way to get
reminds
up
me
there.
of you a bit.
Fair enough.
What happened? You seem different.
You mean I don't seem like the ruthless bitch that always gets her way?
We had our differences, Joanna. And I shouldn't have said that. But I respect you, and I know that deep down...
I don't care what you think of me. I really don't. But this is bigger than us. Will you help me?
Sure.
Another dog.
Just leave the files
As
with
far
me.
as I know,
I'll let you know what
Joanna didn't have a dog in her apartment. Someone else's, perhaps. They look like my servers. This water must represent something. There's steam coming out of that pipe. I should get closer.
Okay. I have enough information to say that this is not your regular player. This is brand new.
I know that. I just need to know the details. From a neutral perspective.
It's just... I can't believe they want this current state.
Well, we have them breathing down our necks. We need to release before they keep pulling the laws out of...
Look, I know their laws are like killing a fly with a hammer, but this time, you may need them.
You actually believe that?
No, I think they're assholes, but you're not helping. You're creating that beast.
Well, I'm worried too, am I not?
Yeah, well, it's something.
Richard, why is this different from your usual sermon about every other tech we've put out there?
Here, let me show you.
A new name in the puzzle. Richard. Can you find something on him, Evie?
Searching.
A new piece of technology, which she took to this Richard guy to see how safe it was. Apparently, the answer was enough to make her dream this every night until her death. Worrying indeed.
There are hundreds of Richards that could be connected to Joanna somehow. 29 of GoAT's current employees alone, and that is only from people that have their profiles public.
Okay. Keep searching while I ask around. Looks like there's two layers behind the catalyst of the dream. One is buried below with her childhood, and then there's this Richard. Looks like there's two layers behind the catalyst of the dream. One is buried below with her childhood, and then there's this Richard. Nothing else to put in there for now. Hello?
Mr. Russell, hi. My name is David. I'm calling on behalf of Marie Hsu.
Marie Hsu? From GoAT?
That's right, the CEO.
Oh.
Miss Hsu would like to speak to you in person, Mr. Russell, at GoAT today, if possible.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I'll come by as soon as I can.
Good. I will let Miss Hsu know of your answer. Directions will be sent to your phone, including a pass to our guest parking lot. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye. Hey, Laura, just checking in. Is everything all right?
Yeah, Thanks, Dad. Everything's super cool.
Okay, good. Call me if you need anything, all right?
All right. Thanks. Bye, Dad.
My car's like a unicorn in here. Nice cars. They must be running an independent research project. Hello?
Mr. Russell, this is Marie. A pleasure to speak to you.
Oh, Miss Chu. The pleasure's all mine.
I was notified of your arrival. I hope you had no trouble getting in.
No, none at all.
I'm very sorry for the short notice, and thank you for accepting our invitation.
I'm happy to be here.
Good. There's a lot to talk about. Listen, I'm on my way down. Please meet me on the middle bridge.
Sure. So, how do I get there?
Please, take the orange wing. The elevator on the right. Jess, please help him to the bridge.
Of course.
Jess here will open the elevator and get you to the right floor. I'm coming down now. Meet you there.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Bye.
I guess they use a lot of these to navigate inside the building.
Mr. Russell, we finally meet. I appreciate you coming on such short notice.
Miss Chu?
You seem surprised.
Sorry, I didn't know you,
That I spoke without moving my lips?
Yeah.
Well, thanks to the amazing scientists in here, I can. And just by thinking, I'm playing with these voices, but they're all still a bit off. My voice was more nerdy. This one feels wiser and more empowered somehow. I guess we need to have some of our AIs learn more types of people. It's interesting, though. After all this CEO business, most people in our field have seen me talking somewhere. I guess that means you are really immersed in your own research. I like that.
I guess I am.
Indeed. It took some time to reach you. You seem to be off the radar. If it weren't for the echoes of your research in the science community, I would have thought you were a ghost. At least by today's social network standards.
Probably not a coincidence. It's too easy to get distracted these days.
Indeed it is. I actually find a lot of that in here. The need to focus. Everybody is building something. They have a goal that is beyond traditional ambitions. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of. Please, follow me. You see, Mr. Russell, any good we're trying to do here is in danger. If you look through these windows, you'll see the substance of what the future will be made of. Automated farming, clean energy development, bold advancements in medicine. And here is our latest and most ambitious project. The first prototype of large-scale, AI-designed automated construction. Many local uses, but useful in other worlds as well. But these are delicate times. Every step we take is a war we must fight against ignorance, mediocrity, fear. We need all the help we can take. Building a good future is 25% human ingenuity, and the rest is all politics. You see, Mr. Russell, someone like you could help us in this fight, both on a political and scientific front. 1 second, Mr. Russell. Yes. Can't it wait a few minutes? Okay, Hold the call. I'll be there. You'll have to forgive me, Mr. Russell. There is an urgent matter I need to tend to. Please meet me on the executive level. I should be ready in a few minutes. Jonas at reception will send you the right way.
Hi, please put your hand on the glass so we can give you clearance. You're good to go. You can use elevator A. You're good to go. You can use elevator A.
No idea what's behind these doors. The AI Research Center. From prosthetics to automated farming. The AI Research Center. From prosthetics to automated farming. An entrance to the AI Research Center. Neural. A private runway. Automated building construction with generative design. Supposedly they can adapt to any terrain.
Hi, you can find Miss Marie in her office.
Joanna's office.
Mr. Russell, I'm glad you made it up here. Please, close the door for me. I hope you had time to see a bit of what we're doing here. I wanted you to see it firsthand. There is so much prejudice out there regarding our mission. The best way to break it is to talk face to face, to be open about everything.
I agree. Transparency is appreciated, and it's proven to be a good strategy for you.
It has. When we first started, we didn't know where we were going to end up, the challenges we would face. As a young woman, I was naive, thinking most people would pull to the same obvious side. Better life for everyone. Progress, justice, and the success of humanity against all odds. But in truth, it requires massive amounts of strength and sacrifice to try to make things better. Yesterday, for example, an article came out saying that I oppose public spending on adapting streets for wheelchairs. Which is true. Why would you spend resources on adapting the world to such an old invention? When we are months away from making people like me not only talk by thinking, but walk. It is about spending public resources wisely. But this so-called journalist made it look like I was disregarding poor people. Because I live in a wheelchair-friendly, rich world. Ha. Then all social media, even the government laid into us. And meanwhile, other economies are beating us in everything. And we have the TSB breathing down our necks. Let me ask you something. Has the TSB reached you already? I heard they're meddling with academics as well.
Yes, they are.
They move fast. I hope they aren't being as obtrusive with you as they are with us.
If you do everything by the book, there's nothing to hide.
I like your moral sense, Mr. Russell. But I'm afraid these people will disappoint you sooner than later. I do hope I am mistaken, of course. Mr. Russell, let me cut to the chase. I admire your research, and you face the same challenges we do, but on a different scale. We think a partnership would be very beneficial.
A partnership? You mean a job? Here at GoAT?
A job? No. A partnership. We're offering a very unique position here. A chance to direct your own projects. Very generous resources. And the power and freedom any smart scientist would ever want. Think of the other benefits. We're a tech company with no connections to the pharmaceutical industry. I know that you already challenge their status quo and the effectiveness of their drugs. We can protect you from them and make your research widely known. The benefits of working together are limitless.
And in return?
Two things. One is the sheer value of your expertise in the AI field, and the other is political support. A well-respected academic like you that has always been outside of the corporate world. That is what the public needs to see.
I like the sound of it, but I would need to know the details.
Of course. There'll be time for that. We will follow up with a full proposal. In the meantime, let me say this. Here, you can make a real difference. Great minds like us need to unite and work together. And this is the place where you can achieve anything you set your mind to.
Unless the TSB gets in the way.
Politics is the other part of the equation. The biggest part, probably. When the time comes, everything will come down to ideology. I want you to be on the right side, unless you think the TSB will avoid the upcoming problems by simply putting a lifetime brake on every possible development.
We need some regulation, even at the risk of stalling.
A fair point, Mr. Russell. I would agree with you, if time was on our side. The way I see it, regulation is supposedly what keeps us safe from the dark side of technology. But regulation isn't the problem. The problem is who creates those laws, and why. Given the current state of affairs, I don't trust the government's intentions. The law reacts, and it's always late. I understand they want to get ahead. The stakes are too high. A single mistake could cost the world everything. But they don't seem to be in the prevention business. They just want control. And God knows what they could do with what we create. They have their own agenda. So yes, regulation could be good, on paper. But in my opinion, that is not what's going on here. Besides, all these statesmen, with their morals and their popular ideals, they all had their chance. And they left us. The scientists, the inventors, the people who create things, they left us all the weight of their failures. So yes, I don't appreciate them breathing down my neck while we try to fix their mess. Anyway, Mr. Russell, I don't want to keep you here for too long. And of course, you don't have to answer now. But I should tell you that given your opinions, I have no doubt that joining us would be the wise decision.
Sounds really interesting, Miss Chu. I'd be happy to work with you.
That's very good to hear, Mr. Russell. My assistant David will send you more details, and we should have dinner soon to discuss everything further. And now, I'm afraid I have to get back to my work. Thank you for coming, Mr. Russell. Feel free to stay as long as you want. And expect a call soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Russell.
I saw the news. I'm sorry to hear about your VP.
Yes. A very sad moment for us all. She was an incredible professional and a great woman as well. I wish I had known what was happening in her mind. I guess I was too busy managing everything. What have you heard about her?
More than I should. I wish I could say more, but you should be aware of the TSB.
I didn't expect you picked sides yet, but here you are. I appreciate this. You don't need to say more. Withhold information from them. Wait for me to contact you. You are doing the right thing. We won't allow them to destroy everything we've built.
So, you're worried about the future, but have no faith in politics, am I right?
You could say that, Mr. Russell. It's a complex situation. I don't pretend to have all the answers. I think the world as we know it is about to change. And just like it has happened to every powerful civilization, once weakened, a new ideology takes over. If this ideology is a response to decadence and despair, then we risk a return to the Dark Ages. But if we find a new way through enlightenment, there is hope. We have to get ahead of them, bring the good news, so resentment doesn't take over. We have to use science and technology in humanity's favor. Govern through intelligence, not fear. A new ideology will happen, and we have to make sure it's a good one. You know, I sometimes think you're the missing link in all this. The link between science and the human soul, between numbers and poetry. I think your research can change the world. Help me create a better future, Mr. Russell. Thank you, Mr. Russell. Take care. We'll be in touch soon.
Why did she ask for all these files?
I have no idea. She did have access to everything, but it's very technical stuff, completely out of her area. It's like super complex, hard to read even for me, and I'm an engineer.
And the notes on these paragraphs, unethical?
Yeah, I think...
Shh.
Joanna's office.
Russell, you might be able to help us with something.
Okay, but tell me, did the password help?
Yes and no. It was her personal email, as the work one was deleted immediately. And even so, she was quite careful with it. We didn't find much that could connect her to GoAT, but we did find some interesting personal stuff.
Like?
A draft of an unsent email where she was quitting her job. Probably forgot to delete it. She didn't send it, it seems. It's like 3 weeks old. Unfortunately, there's nothing about GoAT itself. She talks about personal reasons. Time to heal, stuff like that. But the timing is odd, of course. What's interesting is that her tone is so apologetic that it does make us think how bad they would react to dissent. Also, on the same personal line, she had subscribed to one of those websites where you can talk to therapists without giving your identity. We don't know if she used it, but we're investigating. So, if you put these two things together, then maybe she was going through some personal stuff after all, which makes the suicide theory a bit more plausible, though still unlikely. In fact, everything's still such a fucking reach, you know? And then there's the hand, which is the one thing conclusive we've got, but we can't connect it with anything, so we need you to find more.
I'm working on it. So there was nothing else that could be of help?
That's all I can share with you, Russell. I mean, there's one more thing. There was this email exchange with some sort of club, like a BDSM club or something. But it was under another name, and the information is all under layers of secret words and stuff. We're looking into it because it could give us some leverage against GoAT. You know, these people get money from all over the place. So, whatever that could hit their reputation works. If you can find something about that, it helps too.
It'd be a really low thing to do if you use that. It's her private life.
Yeah, but it's not my fault that they're in bed with so many powerful retrogrades. I don't care if she was into anything. But this is war, Russell. We use what we have. Don't be so fucking naive. Besides, it's just a lead.
So is that it?
No, there's more. But first, a warning. The attempts to the password probably didn't go unnoticed. You know how it is. We can't compete with their infrastructure. You have to be very careful, Russell. There's a lot at stake here. By the way, where are you right now? I have another task for you.
I'm at GoAT's headquarters.
GoAT? What the fuck are you doing there?
I got invited to meet Marie Chu and met her at GoAT.
Oh. Wow. I wish you could have told me that sooner, but that's great. Did she offer you anything? Asked you anything about the investigation?
Not about the investigation, but she did offer me a job.
Oh. Did you take it?
I told her I'd think about it.
Well, if you get a second chance, take it. We can use this. She obviously knows you have sensitive information. It might mean that I can start another investigation against her.
Another?
Let's just say that Munch, the previous CEO at GoAT, didn't go quietly into the night. Still, thanks for telling me all this, Russell. It's good that we're talking. As I was saying, there's another task for you. I need you to help me find something on the husband, Alex. He was with us at first, but now he's gone dark. Maybe he's afraid of something, or maybe he's just angry. In any case, if you give us some leverage on him, we might get him speaking. I have a feeling he knows more than he told us.
I see.
I'm sending you his address. Don't push him too much, though. And of course, keep us out of it.
I understand.
You're doing good. Keep at it. And call me if you need anything.
Thanks. Bye.
Mr. Russell, this is David again. First off, let me tell you that I think you're doing the right thing. I know it's not final, but it's exciting to us. Calling to inform you that since we're moving further down the line, I have emailed you a confidentiality agreement. It can be signed digitally. It's nothing final, but it's necessary so we can continue speaking. It's just an NDA, a formality before the final contract. Miss Chu wants the freedom to speak to you freely about the proposal. If you agree to sign it, please send it to us and Miss Chu will contact you.
Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Russell.
Hello?
Hi. Are you Alex?
Yeah, who is it?
I'm here on behalf of the police department. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
All right, just leave me alone. I'm sick of you journalists and cops.
Hello?
Do you know someone named Richard?
Richard? I might know something, but why should I tell you? Police guy.
I think he might have something to do with Joanna's death.
What? Wait, why am I talking to you? You guys will try anything, won't you? I saw the security cameras. No one went in. So for the last time, fuck off! Richard.
guess I'll have to stop bothering him for a while. I guess I'll have to stop bothering him for a while.
Today we are joined by none other than Anna Lucina, our current administration's secretary and also an insider during TSA.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Laura. Everything all right?
Yes. You mind if I come in?
I'm not at home, but of course you can come in anytime you want.
Oh, but I'm right here. See?
How did you get here?
I know where you work, Dad. And Gregor at the entrance has known me for a while, remember?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So, why aren't you opening?
Oh, wait a sec.
Thanks. This place. Your real home, Dad. I gotta say, it looks a bit better than the last time I saw it. Where's Carl?
Oh, Carl stopped working here a few weeks ago.
Really? That sucks. He was a real nice guy. Oh, I picked up this magazine in the entrance. It's for you.
Thanks.
This is not a pipe, but the painting of a pipe.
Yes, but this wasn't dumb kids replacing the
Oh, our old radio! It brings
Their
back some
tech
memories.
let them interact in almost real time.
I've seen the transcripts of the attacks, but no footage of the attacks were ever released.
Of course not. Nobody
I
wants
believe
to
you have
encourage
this in here,
copycat.
Dad. It looks like something Go AT would build.
during the hearing.
Tell me when I can get in. When that on-the-fly thing is ready.
What matters is that these terrorists have taken some software that was
So, Dad, you seem rather busy, as always, but I just wanted to come by and say hi. I had a feeling I wasn't going to see you much at home.
Ah, well, you know how it is.
Yeah, work is work, right?
It's just this case I'm working on. I promise I'll try to make more time when it's finished.
Oh, can I help you with it? What is it about?
It's a really delicate one. You have to promise me that you won't say anything.
Dad, I know. You can trust me.
Okay. I'm investigating the brain of a top executive. Can't tell you her name or anything, but I'm not really sure the story around her death is true.
Wow. Wait, it's not Joanna Cast, right?
You know her?
No, but it's all over the news. Oh God, you have her brain right here?
Well, sort of. It hasn't been easy to extract information at all.
Can I help you find something?
Well, as I said, in truth, you shouldn't be here. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Oh, come on, Dad. I'm sure I can help.
Now that I think about it, there are these underground pictures that Evie hasn't been able to decipher yet.
Where? Let me look. I know the city's underground.
They're over on that table.
All right, let's see. I think I know this place.
Is anything wrong?
No. I mean, not sure about the place, but that show? A friend of mine is into this shit.
What shit?
Well, don't worry. A friend of mine showed me a video on his phone that had a moment like this. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. My friend just likes weird stuff, but he's all right.
And who is this friend?
I don't think I'm telling you his name, Dad. I think I'm old enough to take care of myself. And about the picture, I'm not an expert, but there are only a few places that could host a show like this.
Do you know their names?
Could be the Forge. It's an old nightclub outside the city, invitation only, or the Wish Club. Also, weird stuff going on there. Oh, and you know what? Kinkhaven was on the news recently. It closed. It was known for its masks. I think someone died there or something, or almost did.
Interesting. Evie, can you search for those names?
Yes. Give me a moment. Patterns found with new information. New memory available.
Ha! I told you I could help. Which was it?
Kinkhaven.
Good work, Laura.
Well, if you need me, I'm just a phone call away, so...
Yeah. I think I might need you more.
That's good to hear. This was great, Dad. I'll leave you to your work. Tell me what you find later.
Thanks, Laura. I will.
Bye, Dad.
Thanks to the name, I am able to connect many isolated chunks of data. It is a complex memory. Finishing reconstruction.
Good. Please upload it as soon as it's ready.
In the process, I have found direct connections with a previous teenager memory. Both are interlinked somehow. I'm also uploading it to the server.
Thanks. If both are interlinked, then why not? That defense mechanism, it doesn't want me in the classroom, and it kicked me back to the objective state. Could it be just children?
Children that Joanna didn't like, probably.
I wonder if there's some way to drive them off. Faceless reconstruction. It's supposed to be the other way around. It reacts when I look at it. Maybe it represents a shy person. I really like the new patch, Evie. The unconscious is so much richer in information. In recess, I suppose. Looks like different moments of her life.
Yes, and one of these moments seems to be incomplete. It is connected to the other memory found along with this one.
Interesting. Evie, please match this data to this spot. Interpret it as Joanna's teacher. These masks look so inquisitive.
They are subjective entities as well, but passive. You should be able to influence their behavior.
Looks like Joanna and her mother, maybe? She's putting on a mask. Could she be holding hands with Martha? It looks like that moment at the school. These masks look so inquisitive.
They are subjective entities as well, but passive. You should be able to influence their behavior.
Could she be holding hands with Martha? These masks look so inquisitive.
They are subjective entities as well, but passive. You should be able to influence their behavior.
She doesn't mind. She doesn't glitch when the masks look at her. Maybe she wasn't affected by them at this age. It seems to affect the mask on the couch. She's putting on a mask. Two masks seem to be too much. Two masks seem to be too much. Two masks seem to be too much. Her surroundings are glitching, but not her. I guess that's a good thing. Looks like Joanna and her mother. They and their surroundings are glitching.